Hey, how's it going? Have we met before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen you on the screen.
Seen you around. You've seen me around.
Yeah.
Your first meeting each other.
Yeah,
think so, in
yeah,
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you look at your BoxRec page?
No, not recently.
Because I actually uploaded all your amateur stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, I have seen it.
Yeah.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
Was that you?
Yeah.
man.
During not yet.
Just keep rolling.
During COVID, the first lockdown, I spent a whole month locked in my room, just like spending 10 hours a day, it's like entering results that's like last 10, 15 years.
Where do
So.
you even find that?
Very, very hard to find. It's
Yeah.
in the deepest
You
web.
got so many of my fights on there as well.
Yeah.
And like I've gone onto other boxers' pages and it makes me look really good though. Yeah.
It really does. Right. Now we start. Oh, do you want to do it? Oh, yeah. Get the sponsorships in. No. It's your responsibility soon. Alright. You're here on Gladrap. We've got the one and only two-time Commonwealth Games gold medalist. How many times have you won the New Zealand Championships? Now, you just got one now just for just turning up. You got a free one.
Yeah, so that's my first free one.
A first free one. And
I'm actually not 100% sure. I tried to count the other day, but I don't know, it's been a long time. I've missed a couple here and there, but yeah.
what we'll do is we'll just add a little graphic at the bottom of the screen here. So even this hand right here, that's where the graphic is. So this is your first pro fight. You excited?
Yeah, it'd be silly not to. It's the first time I'm getting paid half decent money for fighting, so that's bloody good.
Now, I didn't actually realise until I've actually met you in person, say how tall you are.
Yeah, well, I guess on telly I just look like a bit of a twig, But I'm 6'4" and 91 kilos, and this is a great weight for me, and I think I'll probably spend most of my career as a cruiserweight.
Yeah. Well, you started your amateur career actually you were young when you started, didn't you?
Yeah. I think I was 51 kilos at 15, and then I think I actually jumped 10 kilos every year for about 4 years. So yeah, and now here I am.
Did you think about possibly going down the division, maybe later in your career, or do you think you're going to go up?
I'd go up if anything. I think I'm about 5 or 6% body fat, and I do struggle to keep the weight on, but 79 kilos is too far to go, isn't it?
He likes a steak.
I like my food, and I couldn't go up any heavier than maybe 95 though. At the moment, I'd have to actually put a lot of emphasis on putting mass on, but. Joe can have that to himself.
Well, the WBC now have their own what's it called, bridgerweight.
I heard about that. That's a wicked idea. I think the heavyweights will benefit from that. I think there's I'd probably, is it 190? Is it 190 is the one below 200?
It's bridgerweight. I believe it's 101 kgs.
101, yeah. Okay, so that's 220.
Yeah.
220. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Did they move the other one down a little bit, cruiserweight?
No, I think it's kept the same, but they've created a small. They were thinking about moving it down, but they just kept it as it was.
Quite a long way to go. So if I were to go down a weight division, I'd have to lose 11 odd kilos, which is I don't know where I'd have to take an arm off or something.
Yeah, just give it to someone to borrow for a little bit. Yeah. So you now at Hit Fitness now. Are you both trainer and mostly train out there as well?
Yeah. So I take one class a week. I work alongside Cairo George and do a good portion of my training out there. So yeah, it's a great setup. And then I'm also training out in Cambridge at the Advantadrome with the High Performance Sport New Zealand team. So yeah, I've got a really good setup right now. After the Olympics, I'll have to reassess and figure out what I want to do with myself. But at the moment, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable, and I've got a good rehab team behind me with sports physio, sports doctors, sports psychology if I need it. Yeah, it's a great setup.
So you have a good working relationship with Cairo. And how's that with him training you? How's him training you going down there?
Yeah, it's good. We've kind of got a team of fighters. He's he puts on the coaching hat when he has to, but at the end of the day, he's very much a fighter himself, and it's really easy to kind of communicate as a fighter myself. We bounce ideas off each other all the time, and I feel like his boxing's come up as well as mine has. So just sharing that IP has been really important over the last, I think it's been 2 and a bit years now.
Does he hold the pads?
Yeah, he holds. Yeah, he does it really well. He's learnt from some of the best, from Lolo, and yeah, he's got plenty of really good ideas, and we seem to mesh pretty well.
I asked that because he's a much shorter.
Yeah, I guess that's
So it's kind of has to hold the pads.
Doesn't seem to be a problem so far. So yeah, no, it's been good.
Yeah. Now that you've kind of mentioned that you'd have to reassess later, do you have an idea where you might have to reassess to? Possibly were you thinking about getting another trainer or like a whole new team?
You mean in terms of
later in your down the line in your pro career?
Okay, yeah. I guess I'm keeping my options open, but at the moment I've been getting everything I need from Cairo and from my team at High Performance Sport. But yeah, we'll have to reassess after the Olympics and see where to from here and what doors open, what opportunities present themselves.
Now with the Olympics, that's practically around the corner if it still ends up happening, with fingers crossed and crossing toes and all that jazz. What's the plan with that? Flying out.
Yeah, I've kind of just shut my blinders off a little bit. I kind of have to focus on one thing at a time, because I'm by nature I'm pretty all over the show. I find one thing that I like doing, then I'm on to the next thing. So a little bit ADD in that respect, but yeah, just focusing on one thing's quite important for me, because boxing's the only thing that's been consistent in my life for 11 years now. Yeah. So I have to kind of focus on one goal at a time.
Otherwise, it gets a little bit
all over the show.
A bit of static. And
yeah.
So now speaking about your opponent, he's still there, like just sitting down on his phone. So do you know much about his boxing style? I know he's fought a lot in amateurs himself. Did you fight him in amateurs?
No, I actually hadn't heard of him until maybe when we first started looking for opponents. He might have been one of the first people to actually put their hand up. So yeah, kudos to him. He actually put his hand up and said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And yeah, I hope he's getting paid well. I know that they're offering a lot of the other boxers good money. So yeah, I wouldn't want to fight myself on my pro debut. So yeah, kudos to him.
Yeah. So there's a couple more questions. Have you seen his fights on YouTube?
I've had a little nosy. I've had a little look. Quite a marauding style. He's tough. He's durable, and he looks like he hits relatively hard. So that should be a good scrap.
So in his last fight, you could obviously he's got 2 cuts, a cut on each eye. Is it going to be a target for you?
I didn't know that. Thanks for the.
It's on YouTube. It's not me. It's not me.
You obviously watch a lot more boxing than I do. I kind of have to, stick to myself a little bit. I don't want to take anything from anyone that I can't undo. In terms of like developing a style. I've over the years I took bits and bobs from different boxers that I liked, and I've kind of compiled them into something that seems to be working at the moment. So if I start watching too much other boxing, my fear is that I'll start deviating a little bit.
Okay, final 2 questions. Question number 1 is, what's your plan for your pro career? What do you want to do?
Everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the top as quick as I can. I don't really feel like dicking around. I don't want to be in the sport into my 40s. I want to get in and get out, because this is a sport that isn't very forgiving, and you might not know how hurt you've been until 10 years down the track. But that's part of the excitement of it, is that there are physical consequences, and that just goes to show you how tough we are as people.
And who do you want to fight? Because we're not going to do the whole David Light thing where we say, "Oh, David Light wanted to fight Robert Berridge." No, who do you want to fight?
I think one of the first people we approached was Joshua Francis. He looked like the most credible fighter that we could line up, but they weren't too happy with the matchup. So maybe down the line that could be a good option. But at the moment, I have to focus on Jesse Maio.
Yeah. What's your prediction?
Oh, gosh, what do you reckon?
Just winning it.
I'll win one way or another. But yeah, I look forward to him bringing some pressure.
Well, congratulations on your career. It's such a successful career, and we're looking forward to your pro.
Yeah, man, we're just getting started. Thanks, dude.
No problem. Cheers.